Welcome to Trade Pro. This is the release and tutorial video for the newest Trade Pro trading script. This one is based on the triple Supertrend trading strategy with a stochastic RSI and a higher time frame exponential moving average for a trend filter. This is the fifth release for the Trade Pro trading scripts. And if you're interested in getting access to all 5 of the trading scripts, along with additional perks such as my personal trading strategy, check out the Patreon page where I have a 26-minute video breaking down my personal strategy. You get access to all 5 of the trading scripts. I have a 30-minute video with my tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. And you get access to a Discord community with a bunch of people talking about the trading scripts or my personal strategy, depending on the person's individual style. Now, another announcement that I have is a free version of one of the trading scripts, now released on TradingView. It is a EMA cross script, so you can just search it in the public library. If you type in Trade Pro, you will see it pop up. It's called Trade Pro EMA Cross Strategy Free. So that one is based on EMA crosses, and of course in the settings you can customize which EMAs you're using for the crosses. You can customize the stop loss placement and a bunch of different things. So check it out if you want a little taste of one of the trading scripts, although this one is not, it doesn't have all the features available because it is a free version, just kind of as a tester. But anyway, let's get into the breakdown and tutorial of this trading script, the Supertrend, Stochastic, and EMA script. The strategy being used for this script is one from a video I made about 4 months ago called the Highest Profit Triple Supertrend Trading Strategy, Proven 100 Trade Results. So if we click on this video, we can see how it did when I tested it 100 times 4 months ago. And this strategy fell at spot number 17 on my spreadsheet at the time. And it had a 40% gain on the account in 9 months of price data, 1 hour time frame of euro against the US dollar. And this strategy is based on 3 super trend indicators with a stochastic RSI and an exponential moving average for a trend filter. All right. With default settings, this script will be taking entries based on stochastic crosses that happen over the 80 line and under the 20 line. So for a short position, we need to see a cross down on the stochastic RSI that happens over the 80 line. So we get 2 crosses down that happen over the 80 line here. And the other conditions also need to be met, of course. So for a short, price also needs to be under the 200 EMA, this white line. And there needs to be 2 super trend signaling red. Okay, so that happens right here on this candle. So the entry is on the open of the next candle. The stop loss is placed at the farthest highest up super trend and targeting 1.5 times the risk. So you can see it again over here, cross down on this candle right here. And then the entries on the open of the next candle. Stop loss is placed to that highest super trend and targeting 1.5 times the risk. Okay. It's the exact opposite for a long. So it'll be taking longs based on crosses up on the stochastic RSI that happen below the 20 level, as long as the other conditions are met, with price being over the 200 EMA and having 2 green super trend indications below the price. Now let's break down on the individual settings and customizable features with this script that make it really good and suitable for many different timeframes and markets, like I have here on 15-minute time frame Bitcoin, have it here on the hourly time frame of euro against the US dollar, and the 4-hour time frame of NAS 100. So each of these has different settings. As with any script, you do need to change the settings a bit and play around with the settings to get the best results for each individual time frame and market. But that's why we have so many different customizable features with it. So let's get into the settings here and break down each of these one by one. The first thing is the super trend settings. So this script uses 3 different super trend indicators, each with slightly different settings. You can play around with different settings on each of the super trend indicators to see how your results change. And of course, as you change them, it will instantly change your results down here. So you can quickly see the backtest results based on what you have changed in the settings. The next thing is the stochastic RSI. So either you can get rid of it completely or change the settings for it. Right now it's at default. And then there is the ability to restrict the crosses to overbought and the oversold territory of the stochastic RSI. Right now it's at default, where it's taking shorts when the stochastic RSI crosses down from above the 80 level, and it's taking longs when the stochastic RSI crosses up from below the 20 level. You can change those levels or just get rid of that restriction altogether. The next thing is the EMA filter. So this is the trend direction filter. I have it set to 550 on this particular setup, but default it's at 200. Of course, you can try whatever you wish or just get rid of it altogether. You can also choose to enable long entries and enable short entries or get rid of one. You can also choose to restrict entries to days and time ranges. So if you don't want to trade on every single day, you don't want to get signals, or you're using this as a trading bot and you only want it to trade on certain days of the week, or you just wish to see what the results will look like if you change to certain days of the week where it skips certain days and only trades on other days of the week, you can do that. You can also tell it to trade only between certain hours of the day. So if you're trading Forex, you might only want to trade for the London session and New York session and skip out on the Asian session. And you can also have it skip the trades if the estimated commission is greater than the estimated profit. And there are some other filters here. So RSI filter, and you can also have it skip entries if the previous trade's unrealized profit reaches a certain percent. And we have explanations for each of these things, little info circles here. So if you need help understanding any of these, we have little explanations here. Now the next thing is very important, and this is going to be the position exit settings. So for stop loss and take profit target, we have trailing stop loss availability. We also have a variety of different ways to place the stop loss. So the default method would be placing it below the Supertrend indicators or directly at the Supertrend indicators, but you can also have it be a percent-based, ATR-based, tick-based. So right now, for this particular setup, I have it as ATR-based, and so the stop loss is being placed 2.7 times the ATR. And then for the take profit, this is set to 1.6 times the ATR. And of course, you can change all of these different settings and find out what works best for your particular asset and time frame. Next thing down is closing the position early if the price crosses a certain moving average. So let's say that if price goes below the 5 exponential moving average, you want it to close out of the position early. You can turn this on and have it do so. You can also have it close a position after a certain number of minutes. So if the trade has been open for too long or your determined amount of time, it will automatically close. Another thing, especially for Forex, would be closing a position at the end of a trading session, and that trading session is determined by what you set in the settings. So maybe you don't want to be in a position any longer at the end of the London session or the end of the New York session. We also have custom order size settings. So if you want the script to only risk 2% of your account equity per trade, you can do so, or choose whatever percentage you would like. You can also do percent of equity, cash, contracts, a number of different things here. There's even the option to assume the use of leverage, limit position size to the account size, or skip an entry if you can't afford the desired position size. We have a couple other things down here related to alerts, backtesting optimization, and the appearance, along with the trading widget. Now let's take a look at the trading widget, which will be on the far right over here. This is the widget. And I'll just get rid of this so we can see it better. So with the widget, you get a bunch of different things. So it's going to tell you the settings that you have. It's going to tell you the conditions for a long entry, conditions for a short entry, and then these color-coded dots to tell you which conditions are being met at any given time. And then you're going to have the results from the strategy's backtest, such as percent profitable, how many winners, how many losses, the initial capital, current account equity, net profit, gross loss, max drawdown, buy and hold return, which is a good figure to have, first entry and last entry. So this is just based on the price data that's being tested with the strategy. The number of longs that were opened, number of shorts that were opened, the number of closed trades, the most wins in a row based on the tested sample size of data, the most losses in a row, the average winning trade, and then the average losing trade, the profit factor, the statistical trading expectancy, the expectation, and the Kelly criterion. So you have a bunch of different things to go based on, not just the profit factor like given here. So really you have a lot to work with, and we can take a look at the other ones here. If we take a look, Kelly criterion, expectations, statistical trading expectancy, profit factor, average losing trade, average winning trade, most losses in a row, most wins in a row. And obviously with these ones, they have very high win rates. 75% win rate, 73% win rate, 64% win rate. So of course the average losing trade is going to be quite close to the average winning trade, if not higher than the average winning trade. This one, it's right about the same, using just about a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. But for these two, if we take a look closer, you can see that the stop loss is actually farther away than the take profit target, which is why these have such high win rates, 75%. And you can see how many trades were tested. So I think actually this one is probably the most promising because it has 318 total closed trades that it was tested on. This one's not bad with 236, but the higher number here, the better. So ideally you're looking for good, high profit factor, high sample size of trades. And then we have all these additional criterias down here that also help you determine the long-term potential for any given strategy or script settings that you have. And I think I'll make a video more about Kelly criterion, expectations, statistical trading expectancy, because I don't have a video on those things yet. But anyway, that is it for this script and its different settings. So hopefully if you are interested, you'll check out the Patreon, or if you just want to know my personal trading strategy, check out the Patreon as well. But thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.